The mass of my polished wound copper is 1.596 grams. The mass of my dried crucible is 11.294 grams. So a generous amount of sulfur has been added on top of that wound up copper. And now we're going to oxidize that sulfur and reduce that copper under harsh conditions. And periodically I will add more sulfur until all that copper is reacted and any excess sulfur is burned off. So we've got a good steady reaction going. And like I said, we'll continue this until the copper is completely reacted. So kind of peeking in, my sulfur's burning pretty good. My copper in there is starting to turn a greenish black. I'll pull the cover of the crucible off so you can see. But I'm probably going to add one more scoop of sulfur before I call this good, and then I'll start cooling it to weigh it. So my sulfur has pretty much finished burning. A little bit left in there. So we'll try to keep that just covered a little, and then I'm going to get this thing cherry red. I'll turn the light out when it's red so you can see how hot that crucible gets. So our crucible's been cherry red on the bottom for a while now. So I'm going to let it cool down and start doing my masses. So I'll cool it down, get the mass, heat it back up, cool it down, get the mass. And if that's within the required amount of mass, we're good. If it's not, I have to heat it up and cool it again and mass it. But we'll see. The final mass of my crucible and product is 13.286 grams. See if you can get a look in there. And that's what our final product looks like. I'm going to mass out 0.5 grams of zinc, or approximately 0.5 grams of zinc. I put a little bit on a weigh paper, make it a little easier to handle. Stop there. And our final value is going to be, we'll let that settle down. .525 grams. The mass of my dried and clean crucible is 40.146 grams. So we're going to add 15 mils of 6 molar hydrochloric acid to that 0.525 grams of zinc metal. Slowly. And we should see some evolution of hydrogen gas. Alright, so you can clearly see hydrogen gas evolving. Maybe. Looks a little better. So there's a little bit of particulate that did not dissolve in the 6 molar hydrochloric acid. I did a additional 5 mil addition and there was no reactivity. So I'm not going to add any more acid. We're going to do our boil off. So rather than the steam bath that's shown in your manual, we're going to use direct heat to boil this off. Notice I have a very smooth low flame so I don't crack my crucible. So I raised the crucible so I could control the heat with my flame. That is, I could adjust my flame up or down. And so now, instead of having an aggressive boil, my solution is just evaporate. So our zinc is dry. I'm going to cut the heat off and let that cool down. Once that gets cool and hard, we'll get the mass, the gross mass of the crucible with the zinc salt. So our crucible's cooled down. And we're going to get our mass of our crucible with our product, our gross mass. So our gross mass is 41.216 grams. Me touching that lid. And so that's what our final product looks like.